Welcome back, C3 friends and fam. Glad to have you guys back for another C3 Live at 5. And for the record, we are going to be moving C3 Live at 5 to Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. So be sure to tune in on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So that way we can collect a little bit more data and give you guys a little bit more value-packed, compact videos and try and stay in a short time frame. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. And if you're looking into what's going on with the market, wondering, kind of baffled by Bitcoin, or curious what project's up 82% in the metaverse, then you're in the right place and you want to stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe. And with that being said, let's jump right in and take a look at what's going on. So here we want to start with our Coin360. And as you can see, we have Bitcoin's currently sitting at $36,832 or $812. It's down 3.49% with a dominance of 41.16%. Ethereum's at $2,565. It's only down 2.37%. Solana's taking a little bit more of a hit at $84.43, and it's down 3.31%, as you can see here. And then over here, you have this beautiful green square, and that is Luna Terra, still terrorizing the space. It is up 5.32%, probably the most exciting project in the top 100 in this current market. So let's go ahead and see what is going on CoinGecko. We have our top 100 by market cap, and you can see we currently have a total market cap of $1.766 billion. We have a 24-hour trading volume of $1.76 trillion and a 24-hour trading volume of $79 billion, 856 million and some change. So ETH dominance is at 17.5%, and if you are playing with cryptos, you want to know what the gas fee is, so we're going to start throwing that in here, and the gas fee is currently 75 GWEI. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is currently only down 2.6%. Some of the other projects below, BNB is down 2.3%, XRP down 2.6%, but let's jump into what we like to do on this channel, and we want to know our pumpers and our dumpers. So currently, Juno is up 7.9% at 31.48. We had Luna Terra, as we mentioned before, it's up 7.2%. Waves is up 4.8% at 9.49. Leo token is up 4.5% at 6.12. Osmosis up 2.5. Cosmos up 1.9, and we taper off into some sadness. So let's see how ugly it gets and how bloody it gets. We have BitTorrent still leading the show with the tear downward. It's a pretty volatile project if you've ever checked out the charts, and it is currently down 26%. Gala is down 11.4%. Radix is down 8.5%. Quant 8.4%. Ecomi is down 7.6%. Taking a little bit of blows on Ecomi. It's currently sitting at 0.00434. We also have the graph down 7.4% at 0.355. Sandbox is down 7.1%, a project that we have our eyes on, but it's at currently 3.01. Theta Networks, Philo, and Humans are all down 0.69, 6.9, 6.2, and 6.0%. So looking kind of ugly out there, but let's figure out why. What is going on? And as we're trying to get you guys in the habit of doing, you want to go ahead and put Cointelegraph in your browser and click that to get a quick update on what is new in the crypto world. We can see EU members reportedly plan for AML Watchdog to oversee crypto firms by 2024. That's a fairly bullish. Treasury DAO engineer alleged to have past involvement in questionable NFT projects. Not so great. Cryptopedia. What is the metaverse and how will it alter the internet? Very informative article. If you guys are unsure about the metaverse, this will explain some goodness to you. Time Studios talks legacy media and the rise of NFTs. Security firms seek to make it more difficult for scammers to get away with DeFi project hacks. Looks like institutional and legacy money is getting excited about crypto. They're just looking for a way to secure it. Cointelegraph's top 100 list reaches its 20s. Find out who got a spot. So pretty exciting news, but we want to go ahead and come down and figure out what do we want to know about. And right here, this is what caught my attention. Stablecoin issuer Circle launches business accounts for USDC transactions. So what is this article talking about? This article is by Sam Borghi. It was posted 10 hours ago, and it's titled Stablecoin issuer Circle launches business accounts for USDC transactions. Pretty much more businesses are expressing interest in accepting cryptocurrency payments and holding digital assets in their strategic reserves. So this is kind of a hedge, as well as the first getting your foot wet in cryptocurrency. Some drivers for USDC growth are increased payment use cases, cross-border transactions, and the adoption of assets like USDC as a flight to safety, especially in countries where the local currency is suffering from valuation loss, also known as inflation. So Circle accounts can also be used by accredited investors to participate in the company's stablecoin lending program, known as Circle Yield. The program offers investors between 4% and 6% in annual returns. Really what's going on is a lot of people are curious about these stablecoins with all the uncertainty and instability. And further on down this list, you can see total stablecoin supply hits $180 billion. So what exactly does that mean, and why is that relevant? Well, this is posted by Joseph Hall about 12 hours ago on Cointelegraph, and this says total stablecoin supply hits 180 billion. Despite a bearish backdrop for the overall crypto industry, this stablecoin supply has hit a total of $180 billion, surging by $9.5 billion over the last month. Absolutely absurd. The growth in stablecoins continues to outpace the rest of the market, up 6% in the past 30 days in times of market volatility. Stablecoins can offer price stability backed by specific assets and algorithms. They also have superior staking options available for people compared to traditional banking. So people are starting to see how appealing the crypto world is, but they're looking for a little bit more security and safety and stability, hence the term stablecoin. Normally paired a 1-to-1 with the US dollar, as USDT, USDC, BUSD, those are all a 1-to-1 ratio. So over the month of February, 3 stablecoins entered the top coins by market capitalization, as BUSD briefly entered. According to the Arcane Research, the 3 largest stablecoins are USDT, USDC, and currently BUSD, for the total of 9% of the crypto market cap. So that is wild. Just the stablecoins account for 9% of our total market cap. Very fascinating, interesting, and actually a pretty bullish concept. And so even though there's a lot of uncertainty and we may be in the mix for a little bit more volatility to the downside, we're still getting bullish articles on the regular, and the fundamentals have not changed. So long-term holders have nothing to worry about. It's those of us that are on the roller coaster short-term, we should probably be paying a lot of attention right now. So with the total supply of stablecoins hitting new all-time highs, traders hope that 39.6 does not pose heavy resistance. And that's kind of how he ends the article. So as you guys can see, I anticipate if we continue to fall, these numbers will continue to accelerate and go up dramatically. Let's go ahead and look at what's going on in Legacy. And you can go over here and you can see the Financial Express has the U.S. stocks. Wall Street futures fluctuates over U.S. and Russia summit news. Wall Street Journal, U.S. stocks continue to slide over Ukraine concerns. The Wall Street Journal, S&P 500 falls into correction territory as Russian troops enter Ukraine region. Financial Times, U.S. stocks fall into deeper correction on worsening Ukraine tensions. So you guys can see right now that it is not good in the legacy and stock world either. All of these articles are negative, except for those of you guys that are currently holding gold. Gold is doing phenomenal and outpacing things. Why? Because people are scared. So you have gold and oil that seem to be moving in the right direction, as well as all other volatile or speculative assets are moving in the wrong direction. So this is typical when you have the element of speed going on. And I wanted to just pull up the Wall Street Journal to they emphasize how that is the case. So this is the U.S. stocks extend slide over Ukraine concerns. All 3 major U.S. indexes declined on Wednesday, a day after the S&P 500 entered a correction. So this is an article by Joe Wallace and Karen Langley. It was updated today. And it's a great article for those of you interested in what's going on in the stocks and the stock world. But it pretty much explains what we talk about on the crypto channel and how this is not good for speculative assets and for most markets. But anyways, a little bit of exciting news and bullish news. Those of us that are little tech nerds, AMD is now worth more than the rival Intel. So I was excited about this. Score another notable win for chip giant AMD against its heated rival Intel. I'm a big AMD fan, so a little bias here. But the market cap currently stands at $188 billion after shares rose nearly 2% on Tuesday's session. Intel's market cap's $182 billion. That marks the second time in a week AMD's market value has climbed above Intel. The first time it happened was a week ago. So they are trying to break past Intel. Very exciting. Big fans of AMD chips. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of goodness. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive into the stocks, or into the charts. My apologies, too much stocks today. So what we're doing is we're going to go ahead and start with what we usually start with. My apologies, I have Bitcoin pulled up right now, but let's go ahead and pull up the total market cap. So we're going to slide down here, get our total market cap, and see where do we sit on the hourly chart. And as you can see, we have just been going through a minor capitulation phase, or consolidation, hopefully not a capitulation phase. We're going to take a look at what that would be if that were the case, and it's normally a little bit more violent and aggressive in fast moves. So anyways, right now what we're looking at is we are looking at crypto total market cap, and it is currently sitting at $1.65 trillion and falling. So you can see we had our day open at $1.69 trillion, and we have dropped since and continuing to fall. U.S. markets did just close, so we'll be interested to see what the Asian markets do with this price action, and that's going to be more evident in the asset charts. But right now we're just looking at, is money leaving the market or going into the market? And as you can see, over the last few hours, it has gone out of the market. Let's take a look at what we're looking at on the day. So on the day candle, we can see we got a little bit of a standstill. The markets are moving sideways. This is good and bad. Markets move sideways before they make big moves. We're hoping for moves to the upside. It could also be move. You have to be prepared for a move to the downside. And unfortunately, you typically get a false move. And that is when the market maker is placing their positions, or the exchanges, or the person betting against you is placing their trades. And they want them as high up as possible if they're going short, or they want them as low as possible if they're going long. That's why we have these blow off tops, blow off bottoms, and these aggressive wicks. So anyways, those are about liquidity. If you don't understand that, stick around and you will eventually pick up on that, I assure you. But these boxes right here represent pools of liquidity, and it's more relevant when you look at Bitcoin. So before we go into that, let's take a look at how all of our altcoins are doing. We are still nice and dead center in the descending parallel channel, but our indicators are saying that we have some hope in the near future. So on the day candles, we are at $644 billion, and we have on Market Cipher, DBSI, we have a 9 under a 2. And for those of you familiar with Market Cipher, that is a bullish indicator. That is the start for a healthy turnaround, at least for a couple of days. We can pull up our other indicators, and you can see on Market Cipher B, we ideally will be printing a green dot right here and doing another uptrend up. So let's take a look at what happens when these move up. You can see as our waves right here move up, the price point goes sideways and then moves up. So that's what we would hope for. I would like to see our altcoins start pumping some money in and maybe bringing us up to the 737 range. So if you guys are curious, that would look something along the lines of this. Now, hopefully we can break through it, but we also need to be prepared if that is not the case. And we have to come back and test support at the 540 range. So what that would mean for those of us holding altcoins could be an unfortunate drop to the downside. I believe it would be looking more along the lines of 30%. So we can get an exact number of what to prepare for altcoins. Let me grab my ruler over here on TradingView, and we can see that would be about a 18%. So I would expect probably double that when you are talking about your specific speculative altcoin that is not in the top 100 or considered a blue chip. But let's go ahead and talk about what everybody wants to talk about. We are back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been baffling those of us that look at charts on the regular basis. We left our channel and we dropped right back into our channel. It was a fake out and we have been falling. Bitcoin on the 1 hour candles has dropped since our daily open. We opened at 37.5 and we have continued to drop $700, yeah, 7,000 cents. So it's been the U.S. markets definitely responded negatively today. I'm curious to see what the Asian markets will be doing this evening as they respond to the price action that New York left them with. What we're talking about when we say that is these markets are pools of liquidity, and you need entire markets in order for these pools of liquidity to make the market move. So when New York opens, all of the traders introduce large influxes of money. When the Asian markets open, they introduce large influx of money. And so that's what drives these markets. Those are kind of what we consider market makers. But anyways, what we're looking at is we are falling below. We'd really like to stay above 36 if you guys were familiar with our channel. And we also are hoping to get out and break out above. You can see here we have boxes of liquidity. We just left it this pool of liquidity, and the concern is, are we heading down to this box of liquidity? So you guys can see right here from 34.4 to 33.5, they had trapped a lot of liquidity right back here in January of this year. So will they go back to that? Will they tap that before they allow us to go up? Will they tap that and take us lower? I mean, this is why we have to go on a day-to-day basis. But for the charts, I think that that's all we really need to look at. I would be really cautious going into any altcoins until I had some confirmation from Bitcoin. And that's why until we have a trend reversal or a confirmation of a trend one way or another, after we get a little bit of news and a little bit of idea of where the feds are heading with their decisions on how they're going to choose to regulate us and how they're going to respond to inflation. So we're kind of on the standstill. I know we've been on the sidelines. I know it's not fun to be on the sidelines, but we're resting up for the big game, and it's the best move to make sometimes. So anyways, hope you guys are being safe, enjoying yourself, and I'm ready to figure out what is exciting, what on earth is up 82%. Sifu, break it down for me, please.
All right, will do. Sadly, it's not very much exciting, but we will get to that. So yeah, we're looking at the NFT market cap. We are down 6.4% today, sitting at 31.5 billion. And yeah, everything just kind of as the market has followed is kind of just been rejected at whatever support we thought we were going to maybe surpass. So we scroll down, we can just see nothing but red, nothing but numbers down 25%, 20%, 28%, a lot of high numbers. So we scroll down and see this just not very exciting chart. There is a couple gems that have held strong. Universe has held throughout this whole time. They've stayed green, so they've been positive. They've moved on their own, clearly. We'll see how much longer that goes for, though. This is what I was going to get down and talk about. Unifty. They're up 82%. You can see here they really were moving sideways. They had a small peak and then they just absolutely took off today. And if we scroll down past it, you can see there's only a couple other ones. These guys seem to do the same thing, but it looks like they kind of plummeted, came back, and are falling back. And then on our top trenders, we got one healthy guy, Juno here, but other than that, nothing's too exciting. A lot of these have been kind of sitting here. Phantom holding strong, kind of one of our faves. But let's go back up to Unifty. Let's just check them out, see what they're all about. So actually, according to this, you click in, they're up almost 100% in that respect. And yeah, this is kind of closer look at their chart. I'm not sure why it was moving sideways like this. I don't know if there's some sort of halving or something that happened, but you can see they absolutely took off. So anyone who got to ride that, I hope, took profits. And there's still a ways to go though. Actually sitting at just shy of $20, or shy of 19 more so. Their all-time high is still almost at $65. And their low is down to 27 cents. So they have quite a big gap in between there though. And you see their trading volumes, not very much, only 300,000. So either way, this project definitely took off and gained some momentum. It was very unexpected for what we've been seeing and what we've just been kind of been on a maybe a stalemate and been waiting for. But since there's not too much exciting, let's see what these guys are. So once again, kind of thriving in the NFT universe outside of just the play to earn world. And this is basically just looks like another NFT app where it's kind of running the same game as everyone else. They want to have more development for the creators, more rewards for the creators, um, more exposure for them to get out and meet others. But it's pretty cool actually. They actually have an exhibition. I guess you can throw your work on and jump into the exhibition and I don't know, see if it takes you somewhere, see if it garners you any sales. But they got a pretty small team, as you can see here, but their investors and strategic partners pretty decent. They have a decent list, got Polygon, Gate.io, Remark here, Avalanche. So for how small of a team they are, I'm sure they're pretty stoked on the momentum they're gaining right now. All I will have to say is when I went and launched the app, I don't know if it's too late or not, but I actually applied and threw in and filled all this out, and at the end of it wouldn't let me, saying my addresses were not sufficient, which I don't really get. But maybe it's closed, maybe I missed out on it. No downplay to them or anything like that. But yeah, in any case, interesting project, just another NFT project that's promoting digital artists, just anyone who's good at, I'd say, content creation really, and get on here, sell, trade, um, just get in on the whole NFT program. And then as with that, let's jump over here. Speaking of NFTs, since there's not too much going on, but you can see the NFT collection volume itself has not looking very healthy today. On the positive side, it's only up, just shy of 2%. So although sometimes that 2% can be a lot, I'd like to say today it's not very significant considering our sales volume is down almost 33% in the last 24 hours. And then the total sales in general is down, a little over 22%. But granted, when you go and check everything out, all the upcoming collections have already sold out. We don't have any new listings yet. And the only relevant news that I can bring to mind that has happened is it's happened on OpenSea. So it turns out somebody was able to somehow purchase a Bored Ape for a very cheap price that it wasn't actually listed for. So I'm not exactly sure how this happened. But in any case, they were able to purchase it at an incredibly cheap price, like dollars, and obviously went around and put it back on sale for an incredibly high price. So the actual creator caught note of that and is now possibly filing a lawsuit against OpenSea. And you do dig into some of the news, there's been a little negativity going towards OpenSea, but I haven't seen much coming from the artists themselves, and I'm guessing they're going to try to resolve this. But that's a big come up. Those Bored Apes sell from hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars, so I could see why they want to do that. But that's the only real like NFT kind of news we have going on for today. We're just kind of sitting tight as well. I had no clue about this project, Unifty, and some of these other ones that have pumped green today. There's, obviously too many to watch for. So we've just been sitting steady and watching kind of, a sideways, more downtrending market, and just sitting here being vigilant. We're going to watch it for another couple days and see what the weekend will lay out for us, or if we get any healthy pumps on the actual market or Bitcoin itself. But yeah, other than that, not much going on in here. Yeah, kind of just sad to look at, really. So until then, I'm just gonna keep watching Vigilant and maybe try to create a new NFT here and look for any upcoming news that may happen. And if something amazing happens, we'll have that content for you when we're on here again. But for that, we're going to have to keep it short and sweet today and hand it back over to Al.
Appreciate that, Sifu. Man, so I think I'm going to leave the people, our altcoin advocates and crypto connoisseurs, with a couple of charts. And the charts that I want you guys to pull up on your trading view is I want you to pull up total 3, USDT.d, and BTC. And on those charts, I want you to go ahead and find the largest candle that you can find that just had a print. So for example, what we are looking at right now is we are looking at total 3 on a 3-day candle, which just printed an hour ago. So this is a new look and a projection for the next 72 hours. So what is this telling us? This is telling us that all of our AI and machine learning is projecting that it's going to go down. We've learned to trust that to some extent. So we can be prepared for lower prices because our AI has prepared us for that. That is crucial. That does not guarantee, that's not a sure thing, but generally when you're being told that, you should at least be prepared for that. On these 3-day charts, this is not a good look. Even though the 1 day and the next 24 hours may be very good for crypto, and there may be some beautiful scalp and swing trades you can snipe in the overall picture, we are closing out the end of the month, typically bearish. All of our long-term candles look bearish. So right now, this is the other thing that we want to look at. What does USDT look like on that big, long time frame? Well, we pull up 3-day candles and we have an opposite or opposing bullish print. So this is a bullish print with a 12 under a -4. That means that our AI and machine learning is anticipating that USDT dominance will continue to rise. Now we have a projection of up to 5.5% before we would anticipate a correction in USDT dominance, or this possible consolidation phase would be over. And I would imagine that it's going to be somewhere around the beginning of next month, assuming that we don't get some wild stories about Putin and shots on the ground and our inflation numbers that get released March 10th and any kind of weird regulatory statutes that they may or may not put in place. So the charts that I want you guys to have up are these charts, and on the longest time frame you can find. We do the same thing with gold, and gold looks like the best store of value for the current moment. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. You shouldn't take financial advice from people that look like me. So this is very clear that our AI likes this and believes that this will continue to pump up. And for those of you listening, we are looking at gold, CFDs on gold by the ounce, and it is currently at 1902. And our AI is projecting higher price points. So if we look back, what could we anticipate? Well, I would be looking at levels of 1958 and all the way up to 2073 would be my possible levels for gold if I were to try and catch this gravy train. It's a risk. I don't think I'm going to. It's not my recommendation. And we don't give recommendations because we are not financial advisors. Love to stress that. Anyways, fun chart that I want to leave you guys with and just see what it does to your head. I like looking at assets paired to Bitcoin. So this is an asset compared to Bitcoin and how it's performing instead of pairing it to a stable coin, because you don't really get, you only have 50% of a comparison because the stable coin is always going to be 1-to-1. What we have on this chart right here, this is Lunaterra, the coin that's been doing great, paired to Bitcoin, everyone's favorite. So what does this chart tell us? This chart tells us for the next 3 days, it thinks that going into Lunaterra would be the better decision. It believes that it would be the more intelligent decision would be to hold Lunaterra than to gold, or Lunaterra than Bitcoin in this current moment. So that is what our AI and machine learning is telling us. It is something that it is, like I said, not a guarantee. This is an insinuation, and we're just sharing you with what some of the parts of the story that are being painted for us. The rest of this picture looks like a pretty juicy picture as well. So I would definitely entertain the idea of using Lunaterra because it's projected to be fairly safe for the near future, the next couple of days. And once again, not financial advice. Please do your own research. We just share ideas with you guys. This is all for fun. This is for our friends and family. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you're being smart and safe out there. I hope you have managed your own risk management. You've had an honest conversation with yourself and you started feeling things out. So hopefully you're just learning what we're helping people with on how to find better information and how to use your tools and optimize your resources when trying to decide where to go and what to do. But everything else should be subjectively catered to your personal opinion, your beliefs, and your feelings. Your indicators, not ours. So we tell you what indicators we use, we tell you how to use them, and we tell you where to get them. So that's all that this is meant for. Hopefully you do that. If you have any questions, DM us, message us. Please remember, we are tapering down. Our workload has increased a little more than we anticipated. So we will only be podcasting and going live on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We're going to be doing the same time, live at 5, just because it's catchy. But please be gracious with us. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we got to play catch up. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. We will not be here tomorrow, but we will have a jam-packed episode and show for you guys on Friday. So much love, so much respect. Stay safe out there. C3, over and out.